Okay, so here we go with my first video. This I'm not going to be using any cards. I'm not going to be using a pendulum or anything. I just am going to be introducing myself and talking. If you look back at the other videos on my channel, the couple other that are on there, they were just things that I did in the past goofing around. I'm not going to take them down because they were things I did. And one is the trip that I did with my son and my ex. But moving forward, my channel will contain topics of a spiritual nature, talking about love, the evolution of love, why it is so important to have love in your life. And I do not mean like man-woman love or intimate or physical relations. I am talking about true love, like at its purest form. I think we've gotten away so much. We've gotten so guarded, and we've had so much tragedy that we've dealt with in the world that, and I include myself in this because it has been a struggle for real. We guard ourselves so much that we stop letting in the good stuff too. And then we get jaded, and it makes it so hard to get out of that pattern sometimes, because if you're cynical and jaded and guarded and distrustful, then you miss a lot in life. You know, I often ride on the same path out of town to go see my friends, to go to appointments out of town, different things. And my son often asks me why I really don't like to talk when we're driving. For me, being in the car, I mean, I can have a conversation with somebody, but then when the conversation's done, like, I don't really want to talk. I want to look out my window. I want to either turn some music on so I can sing along to it, or put my headphones in. And I really want to tune in to the moment. You know, I want to see the tree that fell down from the last time I went by, or the new waterfall that started because it rained heavily, or the big waterfall that was there that's now dried up. There's just so much things that we take for granted or that we stop seeing because of our jaded, cynical natures as we get older, that we miss out. Like, I know my family and friends honestly don't understand me most of the time. They really get confused on 90% of the things that I do or I say. Like, people don't understand how I can be friends with my exes. How I can still say that I love my ex. I'm not in love with them, but I still love them. When my first husband died, people were just in shock and awe that I was so distraught after somebody that I hadn't been with in such a long time. But I had 3 children with him. I had a life with him. He helped make me who I was. You know, he helped get me to the person that I am today. So why would I not have an intense emotional connection with that person still? To me, those kind of things just kind of are a natural 1 + 1 = 2. But apparently, a lot of people don't see things like that. And that's okay too. Like, it's okay not to be where somebody else is at. It's okay not to have the same opinions. Like, so many people want to debate politics with me when I really don't want to debate politics with anybody. Why? Because I don't really find politics a relevant thing to debate. Like, I don't have a good thing to say to you about politics no matter the topic we're discussing. Like, it's, for me, it's a bad to worse situation, not a bad and good. It's who's bad to worse. So I don't know. I really don't want to talk about things like that with people. I don't want to discuss bad to worse. I want to discuss bad to good, good to better, better to amazing. Let's not get that confused. Like, yes, I have my personal opinions on certain things, and they may not agree with a lot of other people. Even people that think that they are on a similar path as me often don't share the same opinion. That doesn't make it any less relevant opinion. It just means for me, their opinion is not relevant to my path. Because if it was relevant, their opinion or facts that they could present could sway my opinion. Because my opinion is just an opinion. It is not truth. It's not the facts of the matter. It is how I personally, emotionally attach myself to the issue. Now, I don't want to make this any kind of thing about politics. That's not. I was just using that as an example. There are so many things in this world that if people don't understand the way I do them, because when I go about my day-to-day life and I interact with other people, I look at myself in their shoes. Like, I think to myself, if I was dealing with what I know they are dealing with, if I know or don't know, how would I react in the situation? And if I don't know anything about the person, if it's a negative situation that's going on, I go, okay, if I was ever having a rough day and somebody did what I just did, would I react that way? And then I take myself into that reaction and I see how easy it is for any of us, not just myself, not just that person, to have those moments. So I then bring myself back instead of saying, blah, 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 blah. Now, there are times when I have done that. I'm not saying I haven't, because we all do. But instead of going off on the person and blowing up and using profanities and being disrespectful and rude, instead, I just take it to a place of love. A place of love. And I go, okay, whether they're having a good day or a bad day doesn't really matter. But I'm going to assume that if they're having a negative reaction, that they're having negative energy. So instead of infuse them with more negative energy, how about I smile and say something positive that will infuse positive energy into the negative? And, they say a smile is contagious because most people, when you smile at them, unless it's a weird, creepy, like, it smile clown, no, we're not doing that. But most people, when you smile at them for the pure, simple reason of just smiling, they will smile back because smiles are contagious, because happiness is contagious, because people deep down want to be happy. They just don't think they deserve it. And the reality is that is the thing that's holding us all back, is thinking that for some reason, at some point in our life or before our life or in our parents or somewhere down the line, at some point, it's stuck in our brains that we were less than worthy of anything. And the reality is that not one of us on this planet is less worthy of everything that we could ever hope for than the next person. There is an abundance of everything on this planet. There's enough for everybody. We just choose to believe in the limitations that we're told to believe in. And that is where we get into trouble, because we are believing things that are not true. We are setting neural pathways in our mind of limitations. We are not meant to be limited creatures. We are meant to be abundantly connected to one another in abundance, in love. And through that abundance, connection, and love, we are meant to shine. I have the strangest and hardest time opening up to people and telling people what I see. But here's the thing. I can see this planet radiate with light. I can see it with my eyes. And the biggest frustration in my heart, in my mind, in my soul, is to see the light that we are capable of and to live in this darkness. We need to connect. We need to find each other. We need to shine. We are light workers. We are light beings. We are here to connect with the universal oneness and love that is connected deep in all of us, so that we can no longer stay in this stagnant place. We are so much more than we know we are. We can feel it, each and every one of us. I know when I walk by people, I can feel it deep inside them questioning. I can feel them questioning themselves. I am meant for so much more, but they are afraid to go for it. Well, I've been afraid for a long time, and I've been getting wake-up calls all week that I knew 2020 was going to be big changes. I knew it. I've known it. I've been excited for 2020 for a while. 2018 and 19 were like, I feel like the phoenix, where I literally was burnt to ashes. I laid for a year in my ash pile, and now I am rising as this glorious phoenix. And in that process, like, my world is being turned upside down because I am realizing that I have been holding me back. The universe hasn't been holding me back. They've been holding my hand, pulling me along while I have been dragging my feet, saying I don't deserve it. And they're like, yes, you do. And I'm all, no, because of traumas and because of predispositioned ideas from my parents or grandparents, just clutter. It's clutter. I find it so hard to express myself in words because I feel like people don't want to hear them or aren't ready to hear them. But if you still made it to this point, just know this channel is going to be going up. I'm going to be bringing some powerful messages soon. The angels have decided they are not letting me quiet their voices anymore, and I will listen, or they will make me listen. So I'm going to listen. I'm going to go along with their plan instead of mine and see where it takes me. And if you follow me on this journey, I'm still human. I may make mistakes and have hiccups, but I promise you, we will shine. Because we are meant to shine. We are so beautiful. I can't wait to share this journey with y'all. Peace, love, and light.